As the noise of gunfire subsides and the smoke and the acrid smell of gunpowder fill your nose, you feel your heartbeat start to come back to normal after the cacophony of combat. You see Slick standing over the body of the man that he had just shot dead. Um, Balzac kind of grasping his stomach where he's been shot fairly badly. Um, Tab, you're just surrounded by the chaos and the destruction of this drugstore that you were sniping from. And Alley Cat, what are you going to do? And just to remind you that there's a transport truck, the militech truck that's kind of not jackknife, but askew in the middle of the street, and there's the Sixth Street Gang truck or van towards the end of the truck.
I'm right in front of the militech truck, right? Is where
You are. Yep.
Okay. So I actually would like to start searching the bodies and then check the militech truck because Rogue wanted us to steal the militech like materials.
Yeah, so the guards, the two drivers are wearing militech uniforms, and of course there was a few militech guards that were fighting back. They're each wearing militech uniforms. The guards wearing security uniforms as opposed to the truck drivers who were wearing more officer uniforms. Each have a very heavy pistol and an assault rifle and a couple of clips. And of course, each of them has a wallet containing anywhere, the average wallet would have 5 to 100 credits in each one, and a photo of loved ones. And in one of the wallets of the driver, where Tab had blown his head off, there's a birthday card, and it says, "To Jimmy, love, Dad. I hope you have a beautiful birthday."
Well, Alley Cat ignores that. She's gonna take the heavy pistol, grab the assault rifle. She's gonna take the money out of the wallets and then head to the truck.
Yeah, you collect about 213 credit.
All right.
Yep.
What other thing?
Yeah.
The grenade launcher. Tell me about the guy with the grenade launcher.
Yeah, the grenade launcher, you have to reach under the van, the Sixth Street van, because it kind of slid once you had shot him. You pick it up, and your eyes grow wide as you look at this thing. So, Alley Cat, you look at the grenade launcher, your eyes grow wide. It is, of course, what you suspected it was. It's a Militech U-56, better known as a cowboy. It is the weapon of your dreams. It's what every grenade lobbing girl wants for her birthday.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put that on. Is there a strap?
There is a strap, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna put that on my back behind the baseball bat. Or the softball bat, because it's on loan from Slimy Pete. Yeah. I'll proceed to the Militech truck because I think, it didn't seem as if things had proceeded far enough for them to transfer everything, but if it's not there, I'll go check for the other stuff.
Yeah, so you look in the Militech truck in the back, and there's only about 2 cases left, like 2 metallic cases, and each of them, using our standard metric of measurement, is the size about half of a large hockey bag. And just glancing back at the Sixth Street van, you see that there are 7 more cases that have already been moved into the back of the van.
Okay, so if I try to pick one of these cases up, about how much does it weigh?
Well, you try to lift the one in the back of the Militech van. Probably about 30 pounds, 25, okay. 30 pounds.
And is it the kind that locks, or does it more have the snap sort of things?
Yeah, it's got those metal snap, the latch that goes there and then you press down. It's
Uh,
it's very high grade militech case stuff, and it's branded militech on it.
Okay, and can I open it?
Yeah, you open the one in front of you,
Mhm.
and there are 12 heavy pistols, and it's got that foam kind of that stuff you put on the soundproof your walls. They're all,
Having
yeah.
having learned from my previous mistakes, does it look like the foam, like the depth of the heavy pistols, is that about the depth of the whole case, or would there logically be something beneath it, or more padding, or something else?
It's hard to tell. There's probably about 2 inches of give on the bottom.
Okay. I want to
Yeah.
see if I can like peel up a corner of the foam and look underneath.
Yeah, you peel up. It's easy to take. It's not glued or anything, but there is nothing underneath the handles.
Okay. So, Alley Cat's gonna shut that back up and kind of look around and see if she can see any friends.
Yeah, kind of leaning up against the 6 feet band is still catching his breath is Balzac. And Balzac, what are you gonna do, pal?
He's grumbling to himself, holy shit, my insides are on the outside. Jesus Christ. And he's like panting and he's like holding his stomach really tightly. And he takes his shotgun and he slings it back over his shoulder, sliding it back into his golf bag. And he walks over to Alley Cat and he's like, did you find anything? Was it worth it? Can we just get the hell out of here, or there's more to be done?
How much can you lift with a stomach injury, Meat Shield?
I'm sure I can lift a lot, but that's not. I mean, I could drag it probably, and he's gonna like jump up onto the back, and he's gonna, oh, that twisted the wrong way. Oh, that's gonna bleed again.
Cool. See if you can get these over to the van, because I'm gonna look for some van keys.
And he's like dragging the two things back to the other side of the van, and he's grumbling the whole way. It's like, nobody appreciates me. It's unbelievable. I just sit here, call me Meat Shield, bleeding my ass halfway across the street. It's unreal. And then he's gonna like hoof the first bag into the other van. And then
But to be clear, it's not a bag. It is a hard case.
Yeah,
it's
he's
just the size of half a hockey bag.
Yeah, okay. So either way, he's huffing the militech, the plastic militech case from the semi into the van, and then he's grumbling about it. Stupid square wheel militech clown gangers. And then he's gonna like huff the other one and put it into the back of the other van. And the wheels sort of squeak against the weight, and he's gonna look around for Slicks and Alley Cat.
Is Alley Cat finding any van keys? Are the keys still in the van, or no?
Yeah, the keys are in the van.
Cool. We got our ride out of here. So now she's going to be looking around for Tab, the person she actually likes.
Tab, you're still over by the old red box. At the drugstore. What are you gonna do?
I have picked my way off the roof by now, hopefully. Very carefully. Was there a flagpole I could slide down? Because that would be really cool.
There's an old drainage pipe.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll shimmy down. Like in the movie.
Why don't you make me a athletics check on that one?
Yeah, that's gonna be a terrible idea. Where are my dice? Okay. Athletics. 14?
Yeah, you're able to slide down without falling off it.
Ta-da! I'll peer down the street, and I would have seen Balzac bleeding as he is schlepping for us. So I probably catch up to him about the time that he's done. So I'm going to put on my best mom voice. Balzac, sit. Could you sit for me? I'm gonna put your insides back.
And he's gonna sit down and he's gonna lean against the back of the semi, and he's like, "Oh, that's totally fine. I was planning on just closing my eyes here for a second and taking a wee nap. So you just do what you're gonna."
Yeah,
gonna go through
no sleeping.
this.
No sleep until we get back to wherever we're going tonight, actually. Hey, could you tell me a joke, Balzac, while I do a first aid and
Joke.
put your bandages on? Tab will rummage through her messenger bag, and she'll actually also rummage through Balzac's golf bag and see if his golf bag towel is there to sort of sop up the blood. I hope it's not a white towel because that will never get clean again. But I will try and stop his bleeding. And if he doesn't tell me a joke, I'm going to tell him a joke, and he's really not going to like it.
And Bo's like, just before as you're thinking of how to react to that, you peer off in the distance, you see Slicks, and he's whistling a tune. You don't recognize the tune, but he's whistling, and he walks into the drugstore, and he comes back with like a canvas bag, and he lops off the head of Gary Rideout III, puts it in the bag, says, "Guys, I'm going back to the afterlife. I'll phone you later. Do with the stuff as you feel necessary." And he takes the bag and he's whistling and he's just kind of like doing his Slicks. You almost like he's the old Slicks before all the madness of the last few weeks. And he gets into his car and he drives off.
Yeah, good beheading is a great way to cheer anyone up.
As Tab is waiting for Balzac to tell her a joke, he's gonna stare at her and he's gonna say, what do you call someone who's in a gunfight with me?
What?
A corpse.
That's not very funny, but you've lost a lot of blood, so we'll work on that later.
No, I feel really good, actually.
That's the problem.
Yeah, no, it feels like... No, it's good. I think we're in good shape and, things are happening and whatnot. And there's like... Maybe there's more bullets in them than there is in me. So that's like really good. And he's just going to keep muttering to himself.
Tab's going to start worrying. She's going to be proficient in worrying because Balzac hasn't used an unintelligible curse word this entire time. So, storyteller, could I make a first aid check?
You sure can.
Thanks. Okay, that is math. 14. A 19.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you're able to stabilize so that the blood is no longer pumping out of his stomach. So you're able to stabilize him. So he's no longer in danger of losing more hit points.
Okay.
And you're able to get him into the back of the van. Alley Cat, what are you doing while Tab is doing this?
Rummaging through the rest of the van. Alley Cat's just trying to get as much stuff as possible because she's like, gotta start a new life. Gotta have stuff to sell to finance the new life.
I love that. So in the back, in the other cases, you find 2 cases of shotgun with 6 shotguns in each case. 2 cases of assault rifles with 3 assault rifles in each case. 1 case of pistol ammo, 1 case of shotgun ammo, both buckshot and slug, and another case of assault rifle ammo that matches the assault rifles in the case. And in the last case, it's not weapons, it's high-end computer components. Very nice looking stuff, very high-end stuff. And it's all branded militech.
I don't know what any of this last case does, but it looks expensive, so I'm gonna sell it expensive. Or give it to Tab. I'll let Tab take some stuff and then we'll sell it.
And that's why we're besties.
Did Rogue specify what stuff she wanted us to obtain for her? And do we get to keep any of it? Or does she want all of it?
So, your agent starts beeping. Mike starts beeping.
I don't have Mike.
Oh, you don't have Mike?
I don't. I have Barry with me.
Oh, Barry. Sorry, Barry. That's right. So Barry starts beeping. Sorry to dig at that sore point for you.
Yes, Barry.
Oh, geez, but that was a doozer of a battle there.
It was. I got bonked on the head a little bit. How'd you fare? You doing okay?
Oh yeah, I'm snug as a pig in here. I no bullets came by me, so I'm good. Listen, that scary kind of intimidating woman from the club there. She just texted. She said Slicks told me is bringing me a present. You guys keep the rest of the stuff. I just need it to be gone, so it looks like 6th Street stole it.
That is great news, Barry. Tell her thank you so much. We appreciate her business.
Yeah, I tell you, she's as mean as those gooses is. I would not mess with her.
I don't plan to.
Okay, I'm going back to sleep now.
All right, have a good nap.
Yeah, you too.
And Alley Cat kind of like looks back at where Tab is attempting to fix Balzac. Hey, great news!
Yeah, what do you got?
We get to keep everything.
Holy smokes.
You want anything, Tab? Shopping?
Yeah. Yeah. Where should we go back to see Pete? I don't know where we're gonna stay tonight.
Gotta stay somewhere. We could go back to Pete. We could go back to the rats. Probably not the rats. I don't think we can drive this van into a sewer.
I mean, we could try. You can do anything if you try hard enough. Balzac would give us a hard time about that, though. And she will just sort of absentmindedly pat Balzac on his head while he's probably muttering about, I don't know, par 4 or something. I don't know.
Do you remember that time? Remember when we were in the elevator and we were sliding down and you told me to tell you a joke, and it was I remember being so hilarious, but I can't put my finger on what I said. It
was magnificent, I'm sure.
You know what? That is a funny word, magnificent. It is so long. How many letters is magnificent? This is M, and then he's gonna start counting on his finger. M.
Balzac, let me interrupt you right there. We gotta get going, so load up, close those doors. I'm gonna get driving. Okay?
Oh, right, yeah. I probably. You know what? I could drive. I'm sure it would be fine.
No. You be a good meat sack and just lay still in the back. I'm gonna drive.
Tab will take her hands and Balzac, if it's okay, I'm just gonna sit you down here and make sure that he does not re-injure himself or bleed all over our new van.
Yeah, Balzac doesn't offer any resistance, and he just says, "Oh, that
Hey, Alley Cat, do you hear that? Not him. Do you hear?
I do indeed. Let's roll.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, and as you turn on the van and peel off, you can see off in the distance as you drive an AV6 hover over, and it just starts firing a mini gun into the air, into the drugstore, and then it lands in front of the truck. But thankfully, it doesn't see you guys drive off. Where are you going to drive to, Alicat?
I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna consult Tab. Tab, what do you think? Where are we going? I've basically wanted to go in the opposite direction of where we came from, but I suspect I can figure out which way to go based on my knowledge of the city, like which way we need to go where we want to be.
I feel like heading towards Letitia Heights is a bad idea. What about the part of town where the murder clown house was? Do we want to...
That was in Letitia Heights, Tab.
Was it? Well, I thought it was a different part of... Oh, okay, that was the bad part where we didn't live. All right. So...
Wait. Did somebody say murder clown house?
Oh yeah, don't worry, we killed them all, it's fine.
But it sounds
don't worry about it.
Like a horror movie.
It was like a horror movie.
Hey, Alicat, do you have any of those pills?
Which ones?
The good ones? The ones that might help Balzac feel better?
The Slicks pills?
Yeah.
The ones that Slicks has?
Oh, he has them all?
Yeah,
okay.
He does. He took all of them.
I
don't think you want to give Balzac any of what I have, since what I have is synth coke.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a bad idea. All right. Tab might have like a fuzzy like roll of certs in her bag, and we'll just maybe pop a couple into Balzac's face. Here, this will make you feel better.
I think that we should figure out where a good place to get to the sewers actually is. Because I can't think of anything else to do other than to trade some of our materials that we have just obtained.
No, Slimy Pete was outside of Letitia Heights. We left him outside. Why don't we go to his... so delicious. This is outside of Letitia Heights is where he was. Why don't we go to his safe house? Seems like a good... I'm half conscious and I'm the one who's thinking of that. How is this even possible? How did you... Oh, how did you survive before I joined you? I don't even understand it.
Well, we had a lot of people... a lot fewer people shooting at us before we met you, so frankly...
Well, I wasn't the one who was in handcuffs when we met, was I? But, okay. No, that's...
No, Balzac, you were on the side of the people who handcuffed us.
That's right. I was a secret agent, and if it wasn't for me, y'all would be dead, or still there, or tortured, or all of the above.
Would it be possible for us to navigate back to that building that we wrecked into in the AV? Like, we know there was a rat entrance there.
There were also Nazis there, Tab.
Yeah, no, I don't. Let's not go back to the Red Chrome Legion. No, why? Let's. He's gonna say, Barry. Barry.
Listen, I hear my name being called there, but listen, I belong to one person, and it's probably not you since you killed my owner, Alley Cat's my bud. So
I didn't kill it. No. Call Slimy Pete, and we want to go to his safe house outside of Letitia Heights. That is where we need to go. Do the just press the buttons on your face. You don't have fingers, so I'll do it for you, and it just make the.
Oh, listen here. I'm not a Tim Hortons. You can't just roll up to me and anyone can just do an order and it'll happen.
I'm
No,
gonna.
that's not how it works.
No, I'm
Alley
gonna
Cat now is the manager. She's gonna have to tell me what to do. So if she says it's okay there, but
just.
it's all copacetic.
No, Barry. Just call me Karen and let me roll up to roll the rim to win.
I think the search
Tab.
kicked in.
Oh yeah.
Tab.
This is,
Yeah.
No, can we just? Slimy Pete said to come talk to it. Why don't we go?
Balzac, it's okay. You know, you were talking about taking a nap. This would be a great time to take that nap.
No. I
I'm
think.
just gonna pet your face gently and
Mm,
soothingly,
yeah,
make you
this
feel
is-
calm.
Oh, this is really nice. And this is. So you're gonna call Slimy Pizza?
Yeah, we're gonna call Slimy Pete.
Oh,
Yeah,
good,
what
good.
kind of toppings do you want on your pizza?
No, I don't want pizza. Just a safe house is great. This is,
Okay, yeah, I'll order a
so-
pizza with
mm.
extra safe house. You got it.
oh, that's sweet.
All right, Alley Cat.
Did you understand one word of that
No.
conversation? Okay.
I don't think that was English.
So we'll go back to the safe house where we left Slimy Pete.
Perfect.
Is there a garage there? Do you remember?
Yes.
Barry, was there a garage where we left Slimy Pete?
Oh yeah, for sure there was.
Cool, we're gonna go back to that garage.
All right, you guys drive. Doesn't take you long to get there, and Balzac's snoring kind of overwhelms the street sounds of Night City as you. I wish I had some cool music to play as I describe the lights and the sounds of Night City as it whizzes by you, as you progressively get into a crappier and crappier part of the city. And finally, you pull into the garage for Slimy Pete. Has been patiently waiting, and he's got like a carton or like a cardboard box overturned, and he's playing solitaire as he's sitting in this old office chair, one of those those small ones that like with the wheels on it, and he's just he's got old style earbuds in his ears, and he's singing off key a lot of samurai song like lyrics.
Alley Cat's going to slide out and head over and just like pop Slimy Pete just right on top of his head, just like boop.
Oh my god! Oh, and he spins around and he like takes one of the cards and he throws it like a ninja star at you, and it smacks you right in the forehead, but it just pings off. It's nothing special. And he goes, "Oh, that works so much better in the movie." Oh, Alley Cat, it's you.
It
scared me.
is. Hey Pete. So we got good news. I've got something for you. You want a gift?
Yeah, I always want a gift. Yeah.
Sure. So she goes in the back, she grabs one of the heavy pistols and tosses it at him.
And he catches it. Oh, this is beautiful. Is this for me?
Yep.
I'm
Thank you.
I'm gonna call it Mama Teresa.
All right. You can name your gun anything you like. I'm not going to stop you. So we got a bunch of merchandise and would appreciate a little assistance getting it into a safer location than this van. And then we might keep the van, or we might take it to our friendly local chop shop guy.
Is that me?
Yes, that's you, Pete.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I don't have a chop shop anymore. I think they bulldozed my pizza place.
Pete, it's not the building that makes the chop shop. It's the man.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's almost like I believe in myself again. Thank you, Alley Cat. And he gives you a big hug.
And I give him a hug back.
Listen, I don't know even if we're that safe here, to be honest. I hate to say it, but I think maybe the safest place for us would be underground. Maybe the Rat City.
You know, I suspected as such, but our meat sack back there told me to come get you first. So we came, got you.
Well, why don't we store the van here? and we load the stuff that you got into the sewer, and let's just take the stuff to Rat City.
All right.
You know
I'll
what
make a
would be
phone
helpful?
call. I'll call Ralph and Carmine. They'll help.
I wish we had like some sort of creature that we could put like rucksacks on that could carry all of our stuff to Rat City. Like something low to the ground and naturally suited to the sewers.
Emma, I have a really important question now that Amy brings that up. Did we bring my dog to hang out with Pete? Is
Yeah.
Max here also? Okay.
Max is-
Okay. That's all.
Oh, I meant Sophia. I'm just saying.
Oh, I know. I just
Okay.
was
Balzac
like,
is
oh
gonna-
no, what about Max?
Balzac is gonna wake up and he's gonna. I feel a lot. This is not the worst feeling I've ever had. Okay.
So as the music of Slimy Pete's is iPod Classic, so a 40-year piece of tech. He takes the earbuds out and it connects to the speakers, and we fade into a montage of the next week. Ralph and Carmine come. They help you load the contents of the van into a sewer nearby so that you guys can get into Rat City, and you spend the next few days at Rat City convalescing. Balzac is brought to one of the clinics. The Rat King welcomes you back for a nice dinner of potatoes and questionable meat, and he strikes a deal that for 2 of the shotguns, he'll let you stay for the week and get as much rest as possible. And so you guys are able to spend the next few days healing your wounds and recovering from the chaos that you've been encountering over the last few weeks. About 3 or 4 days in, you get a Tab. You get a phone call.
What does my new agent sound like?
So it's ringing, and then as you hit answer, at first it seems like it's initialized, like when you first buy a new MacBook, and there are 3 icons that pop up. There is a very debonair, red-headed woman with her hair kind of like blown. There's an older woman who's very kind of stern-like. And then there is a fabulous man with a 70s style collar, a pale blue dinner jacket, and a cravat.
Well, a cravat is tempting. I'm going to select the debonair redheaded woman.
Well, I'm just stunned. Just stunned. I can't even tell you how stunned I am. I just feel stunned. Welcome, sugar.
Well, hello. It's nice to meet you.
My name's Blanche.
Hi, Blanche. I'm Tab. I'm your new person, I guess.
Well, aren't you a pretty little thing? Now listen, you have a phone call coming in,
Oh,
and it's from a very handsome-looking young man, a Mr.
Oh.
Slicks.
Oh, yes. Yes, please put him through.
And with that, a little text comes up, and it says it's from Dorothy, and Dorothy says she's an expert of letting men come through.
I'm going to like my new agent.
And Slicks's face pops up. Hey, Tab.
Hey, Slicks, how are you? How's your gift giving going?
Yeah, I've had a lot of drinks with Rogue. She is as cool as I remember her to be.
I'm glad.
Listen, I think I've got an idea. So Rogue was very happy with what we did, and she was true to her word. She has pointed me in the direction of where we can find Billy.
Oh,
So it's there's a small shop run by a net runner in Old Japantown called D. Ross. D. Ross is an old friend of mine. We go back 20 years, man, maybe even longer, maybe 30 years. Like since I was a kid, D. Ross and I go way back. You can trust him. I trust him. Go there, meet him, see what he has to say.
Okay. Should we bring anything?
I mean, it's Old Japantown, so it's, it's, listen, it's not a great neighborhood, but it's not Letitia Heights. So you're not going to need to pack a lot of, you know what? Keep Sophia at home for this one.
Okay. Should we also leave Balzac at home?
I hate to say this, but you might need him.
Huh. Okay.
Listen, I'm a little tied up. I'm doing another favor for Rogue. I'm going to join you guys, I promise. But I'm tied up, so I can't be there to protect you guys. So take Balzac. Can't believe
Okay.
I almost threw up in my mouth saying that, but
I won't tell him you said that.
yeah, don't ever tell him I said that. Anyway, catch you later. Stay cool. You know
All
what
right,
I
say
mean?
hi to Rogue for us.
Yeah, she might think that's a little needy, like a little.
No, I understand. Yeah,
we
it's
gotta
okay.
play cool, man. We gotta play cool with her.
I know. I'm
So-
trying. Okay.
I know. Listen,
I am
That's-
70% less cool when you're not around, Slicks.
hey, all of Letitia Heights is 70% less cool when I'm not around. Check you later. And then he cuts out.
Okay. DeRoss. Got it. Okay. I don't know, maybe Alley Cat and I will go visit Balzac in where I assume is the medical wing of Rat City.
Yeah, so just to refresh everyone's memories, Rat City is a small town that's been collected in an old reservoir underground, part of the sewer system of Night City. It's been long abandoned after the Fourth Corporate War, and a gang called the Rats, run by a very eccentric fellow called the Rat King, has sort of set up a community there, almost like a commune. And you guys are friendly with the Rats, and they have very generously offered the house Sophia for you temporarily, as the Rat King keeps saying. And of course, at the clinic, at the Rat City Clinic, it's a 6-bed urgent care clinic that's been set up by one of the Rats who is a trained doctor. And Balzac has been spending the last few days there recovering.
Oh, I feel fucking great. It's like a new lease on life. It's like my ass is back in the right place. Yeah, because they shot my ass off. Is what I'm saying.
We don't need information about your ass, Balzac.
Yeah, it's looking pretty fabulous if you'd ask me. I don't. It's the surgeons here do great work. He's gonna wink at the nurse and the doctor, and he's gonna say.
And the nurse flips you the finger.
I'm loved everywhere I go. So what's our next step? Where's Slicks?
Slicks is doing a favor for a friend. So he is going to catch up with us shortly. He has a task for us. We have a new friend to go make.
Oh, who?
His name is DeRoss. Their name is DeRoss, actually. I don't know
What?
much about them.
Did
An old friend of Slicks
But no,
from like way back.
no. Did you say DeRoss?
Yeah. Do you know them?
I don't know. You can't. Who can know a legend? It's DeRoss is like. DeRoss is a ghost.
If
If you've ever heard of a job breaking into a facility that was secured electronically, or a heist, or a hack, and there's no name attached to it, all you hear is one whisper: DeRoss. How do you know a mythol. I would easier know a Pegasus than know Deros. It can't be Deros, but who would be brave enough to use that name without being Deros? And Balzac is gonna like cross his arms and he's just gonna go deep in thought, and he's just gonna say, I'm ready to go whenever you are. And he's gonna go silent.
I like this Balzac.
The
Anyway.
silent one?
Yeah.
Me too.
How long do you think the silence is gonna last? All the way to Japantown?
If you knew the stories.
It's done now. It's over. It's over, Tab.
Hey Balzac, maybe you could tell me a story about Taras later. Like after we meet him.
Why don't I tell you now? There is a legend that says there was a government warehouse after the fall. It was full of diamonds. And one day, the guards came back to check the vaults, and the diamonds were gone. It's why DeRoss got one of his nicknames, Diamond.
Was it Diamond? Huh. Do you think he still has any? Would he share? We could trade him a gun for a diamond.
It's hard to say.
And with that, you feel buzzing in your pocket again, Tab. And you're, sweetheart, it's Paul, your other agent.
Hi, Paul.
So nice to meet you. Listen, I got a text from that sweet-looking, handsome man, Slicks. He says, listen, DeRoss is a friend, but sometimes he needs to be bribed to help. So bring that computer stuff you found to the back of that van and use that as currency. I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
That's a great idea, Slicks. Thank you.
Well, really, this is a text, so you're talking to me. It's still Paul.
Oh, thanks, Paul.
I know
Paul.
sometimes, I go both ways. So sometimes, listen, that's too much to do.
That's okay.
I'm telling you, innuendo. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, thanks. If you like, please send Slicks a message back. You can flirt as much as you'd like. Tell him how handsome he is and how smart he is for thinking of the computer parts as a bribe.
I will send that message and I'll copy and send it to myself. I like flirting to myself too.
Yes, that would be delightful. It's so nice to meet you, Paul.
Lovely to meet you, sweetheart.
All right. So, do we think that the Rat City alleyways, sewerways, extend to Japantown? Are we going to be traveling underground?
Yeah, the sewer system reaches all over Night City, and your faithful rat guide Carmine guides you through the different caverns and different sewer systems, and finally he brings you into Old Japantown. And Old Japantown used to be a really kind of affluent and culturally rich neighborhood, reflecting the Japanese diaspora in Night City. It's fallen on hard times after the Fourth Corporate War. A lot more gangs have moved in, and a lot of the folks who could have moved out either in the Haywood or in the executive zone. Although there's signs of it coming back. And one of the signs coming back is a lot of new tech users and net runners who have created sort of a new hub of knowledge in Old Japantown. And one of them is, one of the most notorious is DeRoss. And Carmine leads you up to a building that hosts DeRoss's shop. And with that, I'll let Brian describe what the shop looks like.
As a nod to like the area, from outside, it doesn't appear to be too much. You'd need to know that you were going there to find it. So it's good that someone led you there, because it is as nondescript as anywhere else. If you're not a tech user, you wouldn't know to look for his shop at all.
And as you two or you three walk into DeRoss's shop, Brian, you want to describe what the shop looks like on the inside?
Sure. Once you've crossed the threshold, it you know once again, like you've come to the right place. You may have wondered as you approached if this was it, but you can see it's it's not very large. It almost feels kind of intimate, but you can see along the walls and a few tables that do have bits of gear. Some of them are actually just hastily scribbled pictures of gear with a description that you might want. Around the upper outside of the shelves around the walls are mirrors have been placed that kind of gives it that 70s reflective, like you thought. It makes it look bigger, but not really. But you did notice that as you opened the door, the lights, there are lights, and they sort of did a bit of a chase around the mirrors at the top to kind of indicate that somebody's there who, let's hope, should be there.
And as you guys kind of like take stock of the place, a figure kind of like pops from behind one of the counters, leans over and gives you a stare. And I'll give the final words to DeRose.
He looks the three of you over. So, do you want tech or do you want trouble?